Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Whole Division podcast. This is season 1, episode. Chiz, what episode is it?
I actually don't know. Is it episode? I don't know. For the first time ever, is it episode 6?
It's episode 6. That's right.
Okay.
And the only reason I remember that is because I know Empress did episode 4 and 5. So yes, we're at episode 6. You see, you can't get the staff these days. See, they're not even sure what episode they're on. Honestly. But Chiz, I'll let you off today. Do you know why I let you off? Because you showed up today. Because you and I, we showed up. You know what? And we're going to talk about the others in a minute. Before I do, though, let's introduce ourselves because only us two. So we have joined, of course, by the Whole Division podcast First Lady, Miss Chitty Bang Bang.
Hi guys, peace, love, and light, and namaste as always.
Namaste and peace be with you and all that good stuff. Yeah. And of course, myself, DJ Sticky Fingers.
The one and only.
Yeah, well, in fact, I can say it this week because only you and I. So here we go. Now, listeners, right? Those of you watching for the first time, there's normally a few more of us. Normally, we've got Carl Ball, who's normally live from Australia. But again, we've got to let him off because he's usually on time. And also, it's like 7 o'clock in the morning where he is, and we think he's fast asleep. Yeah. We'll usually join by Miss Cher as well, who couldn't make it this week. And also our banter bringer, Miss Milan, Miss Millie Rock, who also couldn't make it this week. So actually, we were going to cancel this week's show. It was like, let's cancel it because no one's here. There's only 2 of us. And we thought, you know what? No, the show must go on.
It's always going to go on, yeah.
It's going to go on. It's going to be Chiz and I. In fact, what we might even do, because we've got some topics about music today, we might even invite you guys on. I say might because we know what some of you are like, especially people like DJ Empress, Peely, Brina. We know what they're like, Isan and Kim. We know what they're like. They're troublesome. So we might invite them on this week, but we will see, all right? So, Chiz. It's happening this week, isn't it? So this week, we're talking about music, right? We've got music this week.
Yes, music is a topic.
Music is a topic. Exactly, a lot going on. So this week we're going to be talking about music. So we titled it Music News, Controversy and Scandal. So this week we're going to be talking about, so what we normally do, first of all, we normally have a serious topic. We have either Ask Milan or Ask Auntie Carl in the middle, and we have a fun topic. But because Auntie Carl and Milan on either him, we can't really do those things. And because only 2 of us, we thought, well, we'll stick with the topics, but do it as music. Music, controversy, and scandal. So the 3 people we're talking about this week, all music related, is first of all, Cheryl Cole. All right? Even that was announced, I believe, last week, that Cheryl Cole is going to be hosting an R&B show. That's the first topic. We were talking about Lil Nas X. Some of you may have seen the photo shoot that came out recently where he's pregnant. I'll let Chidi explain that one. And our third person we're talking about this week, none other than Mr. Robert Kelly, also known as R. Kelly.
A.K.A. Dusty Ross, A.K.A. Kizzy Fiddler, A.K.A. Pied Piper, A.K.A. so many other disgusting things. We should laugh.
Again, we'll get into that. So those are the 3 topics we'll be talking about this week. You call that, Chids?
No, the only thing I want to know is when we talk about Lil Nas X, can I just like slide down my pole like he does in his video?
I'm here for it. I've got some ones and I'll make it rain. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just to add to the entertainment.
Before we get into it, DJ Empress says good evening. Brina says evening as well. And Brina says, in it, Chids, and with some throwing up emojis. I think she's referring to Mr. Robert Kelly, also known as R. Kelly, a.k.a. what, Chids?
Dirty.
And Brina also says she wants a pole. Well, I'm a slim guy, so, I mean, you know.
Sticky, the sticky pole. Sticky fingers pole.
So, first off, as I said, guys, as good, because there's only 2 of us this week, we're going to get interactive. We'll throw the Zoom code into the chat. If you want to join us, feel free. But you've got to have cameras on. All right? So if your hair ain't did and what have you, don't worry about it. It's just, it's all good. We're still on YouTube, of course, so the world can see, but don't worry about it. It's just us, okay? So, Chids, first one.
Yeah.
Cheryl Cole. So I'm going to read something what I found. It said, English singer and dancer and television personality Cheryl Cole has announced a new show with the BBC called You, Me and R&B. She'll be speaking about her passion for R&B and re-listening to all her previous tracks. What's your views on this Cheryl Cole scenario, doing the BBC or You, Me and R&B stuff?
Wait there. Hold on a minute. No, hold on a minute. She's going to be doing the show, You, Me and R&B.
Yeah.
And she's going to be listening to her tracks.
Yeah, some of her old tracks as well.
Some of it, why? Why is she going to be listening to some of her old tracks if she's talking about R&B? She's not an R&B artist, is she?
I mean, she made some R&B songs,
Name me one.
I can't think of one.
Because she didn't make one. She was not R&B.
In my mind, what I was thinking of? When you said name me one, I thought of that song. Remember the song by Victoria Beckham and Dame Bowers? You're out of my mind. Yeah. That's what came to mind straight away.
Yes, because that's Victoria Beckham. And this is what I'm thinking. Do you know what? Like, no disrespect to Cheryl Cole, whatever her name is, 3D Cole. But, okay, these are my views on it, yeah? And it's nothing to do with race, so I have to put it out there from now. Yeah, disclaimer, this is nothing to do with race, yeah? All people from all walks of life, of all different ethnicities, all different backgrounds can listen to R&B, embrace it and whatever. But why Cheryl Cole why her to present that? Why? When they could have had so many other people, do you get me? They could have gone and sourced out John B. Or they could have gone and sourced out, Alexandra Burke. Do you get me? Just Javine, maybe. Maybe, just not Cheryl Cole, because, she might have a love and a passion for R&B, but even if she does, we don't know about that because it's never been made apparent. If she was in Girls Aloud, a pop band, Girls Aloud were sick, don't even care, yeah? They were wicked, yeah? And she did bring out a couple of bangers herself, that one tune, we gotta fight, don't care. Played that on repeat, yeah? Sick tune. But I just don't understand, yeah? I know, because I remember when I saw that, I saw the post on, I think it was either Shaper or I'm Just Great, yeah? And I was like, when you read something, and I was like, but why Cheryl Cole though? And then I just thought, you know what? Let me just go and get my cup of tea and let me just sit back and read the comments. So I went to the comments, yeah. And it was mad because I saw so many of my followers were in the comments cussing, yeah. And loads of people were saying, the one thing highlighted, I say this is not about race, but one thing that they were all saying was about the African woman in the toilet when she apparently beat her up and racially abused her. I say apparently, she actually did it, innit? But it's the BBC know what they're doing. They're just trying to draw people out. They just set us up when they did this. They thought, fuck it, let's just make the world go mad. Everyone's going to kick off. She's going to get mixed feedback. It's going to make everyone argue, and then it's going to distract them from what's really going on in the world. So I think that was just a way of kind of just distracting us and just making us talk about shit that's not even relevant. But the comment section was absolutely hilarious. But I just think so there's so many people in the world who've got a love for R&B. It's just because she's Cheryl Cole, isn't it? No one gives a fuck whether I listen to R&B or not. No one gives a fuck whether, do you get me, Sally down the road listens to R&B. But because it's Cheryl Cole, it's yeah, she can do anything, can it really? She might have a passion for R&B or a love for it. But first of all, we don't know about it. And secondly, no, you cannot play any of your previous tunes because you didn't do R&B, babes. I don't know what genre you did, but you didn't do R&B. Stop it. Just stop. Yeah, that's all I got to say on that.
Fair enough. I'm gonna come at some of those points, but before I do, maybe some of these messages quickly. PD says my hair definitely isn't did. To be fair, her hair never is did or done.
Oh.
DJ Empress says my locks are all over the place, no can do. So talking about not being able to come live, or her locks are never done either. I know this, we go to the same loctician. Not optician, by the way, Chid. Loctician. Yeah. Peely85 says all I have to say is KMTEET. If you guys don't know what we're talking about there, right? So DJ Impress was on, and I was saying to Chili that DJ Impress and myself go to the same loctician because we both got locks, right? I'm just starting mine. But Chili thought I said optician for some reason. Anyway, please go to get hairs checked. Zaza said, Chili kills me with the hang on. I agree. Peely says, exactly, Chids. DJ Empress says, present what have I missed? We're talking about Cheryl Cole presenting the new R&B show. Brina Zetty Baby says, pop star, not R&B. Oriel3, hopefully I said that correctly, says, you're funny. Probably talking about Sticky Fingers, of course. Yeah, Peely85 says, there are so much more talented people than her. Okay, cool. And Peely says, watch your mouth, mate. Probably talking about Chids. Chids Peely saying to watch your mouth, okay?
No, see, I think that was definitely directed at you.
I don't know about that. Well, I've put that. Well, you know what, Chids? I've put the link out there in the chat. So if they want to join in, they feel free. They can do so. Tell them jump on. I'm going to read some of the messages, right, from what I found online. So this one says, "This is wild." This one says, "From the time she's saying she had to go back and re-listen to it, just stop." All you people that love inviting outsiders to the barbecue are to blame for this. Wow. What this one says? This one says, they know what they're doing. Oh, that was you actually, Chiz. I saw your message to me. This one says Cheryl Cole, like question mark. This one says she was shit the first time she tried to do something like this. Someone tell her that time's up now, leave it alone. What else will I find? And someone put R&B, is she sure? This one says Cheryl and R&B, what? Girl, if you don't take your Yetta, then YT ass and go sit your lip syncing top 50 pop ass somewhere. Wow. I don't know if you guys saw it, right? But I think the actress or comedian, Jeannie Asheray, posted something about it as well on social media, talking about of all the people you could have had. I think she didn't say Javine. I don't know why you came up with Javine, by the way, Chids.
I was thinking of this because Javine didn't even do any better than Cheryl Cole, but you get me, like, even she would have been a bit better, like, it's mad.
I don't know about that, but she said you could have had Alexander Burke, like you just mentioned. She said Misha Paris. I think she said Jamelia as well. She said a few other names of people you could have. Now, I'll tell you what, when I first saw this, so before she sent this to me, someone else sent me this topic as well. And you know what? I get it. As I said to Chids the other day, I get it. I get it. Or before I forget, Chids, Kay, she says, send me the link, Chids. The link is actually in the description. Just scroll up, or Chids will send it to you as well.
No, I can't send it because I'm on all my devices. Tell her to scroll up. Kay, scroll up.
Scroll up, innit? Just scroll up. It's that simple. I don't know what they're playing at. I'll post it in there again anyway. But I'm not mad. Do you know what? I get it, right? I say this to you. Look, I mean this. And obviously a lot of people, when they saw it, they thought it to do with race, right? Let's call a spade a spade. But personally, I get it. If I'm the BBC, I'm thinking, well, who's going to get me most ratings? Is having Alexander Burke on there going to get me more ratings than having Cheryl Cole? Probably not. Is having Misha Paris on there going to get me more ratings than having Cheryl Cole? Probably not. Is Javine? I don't even know who's Javine. I couldn't tell you one Javine song. Yeah. All I know Javine for is dating Harvey. You know?
I don't even know why I said Javine. It's just the name that just come out of it because I was just thinking anyone but Cheryl Cole.
But when you think about it, in terms of maybe not necessarily credibility, because you can say that it's a credibility piece where she meant to be the most credible person when it comes to R&B, but in terms of viewerships, and again, if you're a TV show, you're a TV station, you want people watching your show, right?
Yeah.
Why not have Cheryl Cole? She's, in terms of the group, I've got a group she was in, was Girls Aloud. You know, they're going worldwide. They made millions. You know, they're well known by lots of fans here. She herself, even as Cheryl Cole or Cheryl Tweedy or Cheryl Vasquez, whatever her new name is, again, she's very, very popular. So why would you not go to popular vote? You're a TV station. That's what you're there to do. I think even Jeannie Asher was saying that Cheryl Cole should do an Afro beats show because she likes beating on Africans, something like that, something to that effect.
Oh, I'm so done. Nah, I'm not going to say nothing, no comment.
Obviously, some messages quickly. Brina says, I'm looking rough and working on a cake in my PJs and headscarf. That's fine. Just camera up there, you see your PJs. I've seen it all already, by the way. But we just see a headscarf and that's all good. Don't give me those excuses. Zaza said Alicia Dixon would have been a wow vibe. Okay, yeah.
Whole,
You know,
whole vibe.
oh, so they're trying to say a whole. Okay, fine. She wrote wild. I'm just reading what she wrote. Okay, I'm reading what she wrote. All right, but yes, a whole vibe. I have to because you think it's me that can't read. Really, these people can't spell. Yeah, Alicia Dixon would have been a good shout. To be fair, in terms of credibility and popularity, Alicia Dixon would have been a good shout. But she might have been busy. She's a whole mum. She might have been busy. Oh, there we go. Whole. Brina agrees with Zaza. Brina also says whatever sticky. I mean, I don't know what sticky Brina's talking about. Look, I've seen it all, seen more. You know what I mean? Put the headscarf on, it's fine. It's probably even better. Better than missing your head anyway, to be fair. PD says Afro beats. Yeah, that's what Ginesha was saying, Afro beats, because the lady that she attacked, I think she was West African. And Casey says, if someone has the link, can you send it? Someone has a link, can you send me it? There's no pinned post for me. Look, I'm going to pull it, send it again. You see these people that got, I'm trying to do a show here, right? And trying to then send links to people in a group chat. I mean, what is going on? But yeah, as I said, I'm not mad at the Cheryl Cole. I get it. I do get it. I really do get it. But, and as you said, they probably knew that by picking someone like Cheryl Cole, it would cause this sort of controversy, right? And that's what you need as well. I mean, people are talking about the program. If no one talks about it, then who cares about it?
It's true. This is marketing. This is where they're very clever in the music industry when they do these things. Because as soon as I saw the post, I was like, you look at something and you think, oh, like, you get me, Cheryl Cole. Okay. And then when I went to the comments, I was crying. I never really go into comments like that, but I read the comments for a good 10 minutes and I was screaming. Everyone was kicking off. It was just, but it's clever, isn't it? It's the way that they do it.
It is, and hold that thought about market. We're going to get onto market in a second, but I'm moving some more of these comments for what I've got in here. This one says, always had a passion and love for R&B, but never made any R&B songs herself. Okay, it makes sense. Obviously being sarcastic. Someone else got in there. Someone explain to me, what ties does Cheryl Cole have to R&B quickly? This one says, the same Cheryl, the pop star that racially abused a black woman at her work, suddenly loves R&B. I've seen it all, mate. This one put, as in Cheryl Cole, X Factor, Cheryl, Girls Aloud, Cheryl, Fight for This Love, Cheryl. Cool question marks there. This one says, I didn't know she used to do R&B music. And this one says, this post is to trigger us.
Yeah, that one I was laughing at because it is. It was to definitely trigger us. But you know the thing about where people were making it about race, like one thing I will say is R&B. It's not just for black people. You know, there's people of all different nationalities, all different backgrounds. But obviously, the main audience is always going to be black because it's black artists and everything. The majority of R&B singers are black artists, Empress, but it's not just for, it's not just for black people, But yes, she did beat up a West African woman and she did call her a black bitch. She did do that. Let's just put that up there. She did do it.
So do you think it would have been the same sort of outrage if it was, say, like Adele?
They would have said something about that too. Like they would have definitely said, "Oh, the same Adele, what? Because she wore one little Jamaican thing for Carnival, and rare. Now she thinks she." They would listen. It doesn't matter who it was going to be. Yeah, because the person is not black, there was always going to be some outrage about it. Someone was going to make it about race, but I just think they took the piss by making it Cheryl Cole. A little bit. They took the piss, but then at the same time, like we said, it's marketing. She's got a big whatever. But then so have so many other people who as well. Like, why her?
Well,
when I heard that. Hello, everyone.
Let me introduce our guests. 3 weeks running. Can you believe it? We got DJ Empress. DJ Empress, before you give your thoughts, maybe some messages quickly. So Brina says, Sticky, I'm ignoring you now, but I love you really. Okay. Keishi says, it doesn't come up when I click the title either. She says, thanks, Sticky. And then Brina says, oh, it comes up for me. So as you see, it comes up for Empress as well. And as you can see, we are joined by DJ Empress. Empress, what's your views on this Cheryl Cole scenario?
When someone said it just now, I was like, excuse me, Cheryl Cole? Like, What the backside are you lot talking about? So I needed you to confirm it, and I cannot believe it. I can't believe it. You know, I just feel that's like it was planned kind of thing, like it was fixed, like it was going to be her regardless, because there are so many talented people out there. And Cheryl Cole,
she's not really that talented, is she? Not really.
No. Yeah, and she's yeah, okay.
I'll put it out to you again. If you're trying to get ratings on your TV show, who would you pick other than Cheryl Cole? Remember, it's about ratings, right? Who would you pick?
Who, me?
Yeah, who would you pick?
Myself. I would get the ratings.
Oh, Lord. Brina says, yes, DJ Empress, and fire emojis as well.
Hey, I come on for you, Sticky, you bammy head.
Bammy head. Bammy! Listen,
Bammy.
Bammy, you know.
Bammy.
Look, I'm tired of you people from the Caribbean, you know. You people from the Caribbean, wherever you're from, I can't take you, though. Yeah. You people. Let me tell you what happened, right? I'm gonna tell you something that happened to me at the weekend, right? So at the weekend, I was minding my own business. This was on a Saturday, right? Minding my own business, okay? Just doing what I do, minding my own business. I get a voice note and a video, may I add, right? From someone who's from one of those tiny islands in the Caribbean, okay? Yeah. Insulting me, saying about us Jamaicans and I don't know nothing. They even called me a waste man. They even called me a waste man. I couldn't believe it.
That's a compliment.
I'm going to shed a little bit of light on that little story you just told, yeah? So, DJ Sticky Fingers, being the DJ that he is, hosted a show on radio on the weekend, and he was playing some banging tunes. I listened to the whole show, and I was with my family. And my mother tuned in and she said, Sticky's playing some big tunes. But then Sticky went and fucked up the whole vibe by talking about people from small island. And
yes, I heard it.
You heard it, innit? Yes,
yeah, I listened to the show. Yeah.
So, and it triggered my mother. So my mum said, give me your phone. Let me send him a message. So she sent him a message and she cussed him. She called him a waste man. You know what? Furthermore, I'm going to post the video. I'm going to post the video that she sent.
Please do. Big up, mums, man. Big up. Weird, man.
Called me a whole waste man. I couldn't believe it. I was like, called me a whole waste man. I was in shock.
I think that's a compliment.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Some messages quickly. Peely says, I guess it's a bit like when Jay-Z headlined at Glastonbury and people were outraged. That's a good point, you know. That's a very, very good point. Now, I don't normally agree with anything that Peely says because Peely talks a lot of nonsense. She's tried to say that Jill Scott's better than Beyonce. And from when I heard that nonsense, I was like, no, cancelled. But I give her that one.
But Jill Scott is better.
Oh, here we go. Peely says, bang head. Okay. Brina says, oh dear. Peely said, I heard, and she said he asked for it. I'm not sure what they're talking about then. However, I think as you, Chidi mentioned marketing, right? Said it's good marketing for Cheryl Cole. I think that was actually a good segue. I said I'm going to come back to that, into the second person we're going to talk about, who is Lil Nas X. Chids, give us a bit of background on Lil Nas X and what we're and about the controversy here.
The guy is fucking hilarious. Yeah, he's wrong, but he's hilarious. So he is promoting his new album, innit? And the way he promoted it was by putting up pictures of himself with a pregnant stomach, well, what appears to be a pregnant stomach, and he's like, "Baby Montero due in 2 weeks," and he just took the piss. And everyone's talking about it. Everyone was kicking off. Do you get me? Like, so many people were saying a lot of things about the way that he is marketing. But he is a clever guy. He got 24.5 million views within 10 minutes of him posting the picture or whatever. The guy's a clever guy. Come on. Like, and even though there's been so much surrounding him over the past few months, like when they said that he had human blood, he put human blood in the Nike trainers. Obviously, he did not put human blood in the Nike trainers, but the guy's clever because, you know, attention is attention. The spotlight is on him. He doesn't matter what He doesn't care what he's doing. You know, he did that whole thing where he said Nike sued him. They didn't. It was just all a publicity stunt to promote his album. The guy is a clever guy. And the other day I watched a video that he did before to his future self. And everything that he said he was going to do, he's manifested it. So the guy's really, really clever. But then a lot of people want to say that, oh no, he sold his soul to the devil. He's into the Illuminati. He pole danced down to hell and did a lap dance for the devil in his video. The guy's just clever. I don't think me personally, I don't think he's sold his soul to the devil or whatever. Don't get me wrong. In certain ways, what he's portraying to the younger generation is it's not good. It could be misconstrued. It's a lot more than him. You know, we know that he came out and he's gay and whatever and all that, but he's just taken it to the extreme. But then we don't know what he's been through personally, as to why he's bringing it out that way. Do you know what I mean? And I just believe he's going to shed more light on it in the future. But I just think he is a little bit over the top or really far-fetched. But then all the greatest people are, innit? Like, we're still talking about him, whether it's negative, whether it's positive. My guy's still sitting on his billions. You know, he's going to be sitting on billions at a point because he's the most talked about artist. Everybody's talking about him. So, yeah, man, go Lil Nas X.
And I'm gonna come in a second. Move something just quickly. DJ Empress has dropped off. I think her battery died. I think her battery died, from my understanding. Brina says, "I love Jill Scott. Totally different vibe from the Queen Bee, who I also love. Yeah, totally different vibe, but she's not better. You know. Come on." Brino says, "That guy talking about Lil Nas X saying strange dude. What's that saying? No press is bad press or something like that." So was it no? Bad publicity is good publicity, I think they say.
Yeah.
And she also says he's skating dangerously, close to what looks like devil worshipping. And DJ Empress says, "Sorry guys, my tablet is on sick leave. Claiming she needs a new one." so don't worry. I'm hoping she charges it so she's back in time for R. Kelly, because we're talking about R. Kelly after.
I need to please charge your tablets so you're back in time for R. Kelly, because he's the last one. But yeah, I wanted to go back to Lil Nas X a minute and just say that, you know, like, I think, you know, that like the whole pregnancy belly thing. I think it was like really insensitive, and it's a bit like some of these things that we know that men can't have children. That men cannot have children, innit? Men can't have pregnant bellies. And I just think like a lot of these things were said to have been like kind of satanic rituals or some shit and whatever. So I think, but then at the same time, I still think he's being clever. Is whether you think it's right or whether you think it's wrong. Like, I don't think it's right. I don't know the reason behind it or whatever, whether it is a satanic ritual he's trying to sort of do or whatever. But he's still a clever guy. He's still making his money. He don't give a fuck about what we're saying about him. Do you get me? Because the more we talk about him, the more energy we put out there for him, and the more money he makes. So he doesn't care. But I hope it's not satanic, and I hope he's not devil worshipping, because that's just not nice, is it really?
Well, I mean, I think all valid points what you said there, I must be honest. But is he any different to artists that have come before us in terms of things they may have said and not said, or things we agree with? So, for example, if you think like rappers like 50 Cent, Snoop, Jay-Z, some of the things that they've done, Eminem, some of the things that they've done, spoke about, topics they've rapped about, whatever it may be. Even like Madonna, didn't they say back in the day Madonna's a Satanist and what have you? And she drinks
no one
blood
talks about them.
Yeah, so
what? People still lick their asses. Do you know what I mean?
Well, there's that as well. And again, I suppose maybe during the times they did get bad publicity for it and a lot of stick for it, but is he any worse than any of those?
No,
probably not. I mean, we know men can't have babies, so not yet anyway, to my knowledge. But saying that though, I think what's probably worse now is that it feels like a larger cancel culture.
Yeah,
because I heard I saw a lot online where it was almost like a lot of straight people, straight men. I don't know if it was more straight men or straight women or heterosexual men or women were saying that they thought he should be cancelled. And they were saying the same way that the gay community have cancelled or tried to cancel Little Baby, should the straight community cancel Lil Nas X? And it's like, is it really that deep? I mean, what did he What did he
They
do
just
that
make,
really
but this
upset
is
you?
what I mean. Like, do you see what they're doing? Do you know what? If it's not about race, it's about gender. If it's not about gender, it's about age. If it's not about age, it's about something else. They're always going to find something as to why people should get cancelled. Cancel your fucking self, innit, really? Cancel yourself. Hey,
Look at it.
Kaylee's in her car.
We are joined by KK. Welcome, thank you. You're on mute though. Before you even
You know
start
what?
talking, you're muted.
This is a good way to introduce our next topic. Because she's in her car, we can say, toot, toot.
All right, well, hold on. Before we do that though, Kay, tell us your views on Little Nas X. What was your views on the whole scenario and what was going on?
What has been happening? Sorry, I have to pop off then because I went to pick up my food.
Oh.
You know I had to get a hot box, man. It's been a long day.
What have you got? What did you pick up? You tell us you got food, but you didn't tell us what it is.
I've got a pizza and some chips, and I've got a slush puppy and a can.
Nice. So the pizza, are you a person who has pineapple on a pizza or no pineapple?
No, I literally just have lots of cheese. Very boring.
Okay.
So, yeah. So what's been going on in the, like, I don't really do the news or any kind of that shit at the moment because I just can't cope with it. So what's the situation with Little Nas at the moment? So
he's promoting his new album.
Mm-hmm.
And the way he's like, the way he announced that they're coming out of his new album was with a photo shoot with a pregnancy belly.
Oh my God. Yeah, I have actually, do you know why I've actually, it's kind of like, obviously you telling is triggered now. I follow this artist who has basically been kicking off at the fact that he has done like a fake pregnancy shoot to announce his album because that's what she's literally just done, and she's like just released her album, and apparently he's used like the same like special effects person that like put the bump on and that, so she was pretty miffed because obviously she's not near like got the following that he's got. So but I just like, I kind of like it. I'm into like that all this kind of like weirdness is becoming a lot more normal now. So yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm here for it. I like it. I think I don't know whether it's kind of like a little bit for clout, but
yeah, of course it is. He's clever. He's a clever guy.
Yeah, but equally, like when you're kind of looking at artists that are like on recording contracts, etc., like how much say do they actually get into what they do? Because there's a whole team of people behind them that are basically like orchestrating how they come across to the public.
Yeah.
In most cases anyway. Obviously it depends on what kind of deal they've signed into, because there's people obviously like we talked about Sia when I saw you a couple of weeks ago, with her whole just weirdness, but yeah, she has a no appearance contract.
This is what I mean,
like her thing, so she doesn't have to tour, she doesn't have to go on to any kind of like TV shows, nothing. She doesn't have to appear at all. But yeah, there's like, I think people forget, like in the vast majority of cases, that it's not just the artist, it is the whole load of people that are also like associated with them. Yeah, so 100%. Yeah,
I just think people are always going to judge him. People, not just him, people are always going to judge anything that they don't understand or anything that is deemed to be different. People always do that. And then I just think then at the same time, when you're out here judging other people, are you really looking at yourself? Because sometimes when you're looking at somebody and you're judging them that deeply, does that display something that's unhealed within you? Are you insecure about yourself? Do you get me?
Kay, you're muted. Before you keep talking, Kay, you're muted. I know you were saying how much you love Sticky Fingers, but you're muted now. Okay, so you got to
There
say
we
it
go,
again.
I'm back. I don't even know how I did that. I didn't even touch my phone.
Magic.
Proper sly on me it is. But I would be inclined to agree that usually if you're that offended by something, it's usually there's some like deep-rooted shit within you that you kind of need to look at. Like I always find it really strange, like kind of being in school, obviously went to school with Chiddy, like in a rough area, and you'd get like these guys that would be so against like anyone who was different, or if someone was gay, and then it's like, are you kind of are you a bit insecure in your sexuality that's making you kind of act in that way? Like, why are you so offended? Like, why does it actually bother you that much, like, in your life? This is just people in general. I don't understand why anyone has to have, like, such, like, deep opinions on shit that literally has nothing to do with them. Like, just go live your life.
Definitely agree. Before we go over to Empress, who's now found her charger, has paid the light bill, we need some messages quickly. Rena says, I hear you, Chiz. I don't know a single tune of his, but I know who he is due to the controversy. Talking about Lil Nas X, which pays as well. Isa Nakim says hi. Obviously, he's talking about Sticky Fingers, of course. Zaza says, what if he means he's birthing a new him? We don't know where he came from or in what way he elevated or not. Artists create art. I think sometimes we read too much into it. That's a good point. I like that. Isan and Kim says, hey guys, just the two of you today. Actually, now we've got Kay. I've got DJ Empress as well. Brina says, hey, hi Kay. Carl Ball has joined in. So basically, Carl's just woken up. Remember, Carl is several hours different from us. Yes, like 7:30 in the morning where he is. Peely says, Ozzy Osbourne bit the heads off real pigeons. He just took a pick pregnant. That's a good point. And Brina agrees, a good point. Brina says the artists often don't have control. Going back to what Kay said as well, how much control or creative control they have. And Brina also says, I missed that. Who doesn't have to do appearances? Interesting point, Chids. So Sia, no, for those who don't know, actually, the only Sia song that I know is, of course, Little Man, okay? That's the only Sia song that I know. But if you've ever seen Sia perform, she normally has her face covered or turns her back to the crowd and things like that. So I have seen that. But the only song I know is Little Man, obviously. Little Man, I am so proud of you. Empress.
Because that's probably one of the Sia songs that I don't know. And like, and I've been listening to her since I was like 13. Like, I even have, like, I've got a fucking Sia tattoo with like one of her song titles in, like, on my fucking arm.
She's a fan.
Yeah, with like the Little Nas thing, do you know, like the whole pregnancy? I just kind of viewed that. I was thinking, like, when I do someone's hair, I know it's gonna sound really, really weird. Like, you feel proper proud of like what you've created. Like, I made that with like my own two hands, so I don't know whether it's like metaphorically like the kind of process that he's gone through to make this album is almost like birthing a child. So there's like a whole like load of ways that you could take it. Really,
people just like jumping on the bandwagon just because A said it, then B's going to be like, oh yeah, that's definitely a devil wish, but oh my god, he did it, and that's why he did it. He's, especially with the thing with the human blood in the trainers, my guy was clever. I pissed myself because I just thought, obviously not, innit? Obviously not.
Well, since that, Tony Hawk, the like pro skateboarder dude, he has done a skateboard now with some company that has his blood in the paint.
Yeah.
And then him and Lil Nas were like skateboarding together then and stuff.
He's hilarious.
Like,
the guy's pretty good.
I ain't too sure about that one. I ain't too sure about that one, about the blood. But Empress, I want to get your views on this one, on Lil Nas X. What was your views on the whole pregnancy bit and him, you know, people wanting to have him cancelled? What was your views on it all?
I'm going to be very honest with you. I don't know about no Little Nas. I know he's on my playlist somewhere. But I'm going to skip past that one because I don't really want to embarrass myself as a DJ.
All right, that was easy enough. Okay, fine. Well, we're going to go to the next topic in a second, right? Because the next topic we're going to talk about. In fact, before I tell you the next topic, let me read some messages quickly. Brina says. So where's it got? She says, morning, Carl. Yeah, good morning to you, Carl. So also says, oh, my daughter listens to her talking about Sia. And so also says, I'm so out of the loop. And I've got to tell Kay again, Kay, how could you not know the song Little Man? It's one of the greatest UK garage songs ever.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to have to play it to you.
The bass line is sick.
You probably know it, but you just don't know it's her.
Dun, 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 dun,
That's
dun,
potential, because like she's done so many like features on other people's work, like. But do you know why it is? This is why. I'm a white person.
Oh, 'cause she's white.
Oh, do you know what? Wait, hold on. First of all, I'm not even going to even respond to what Kay just said there, right? But Carl Bull has just said good morning. I told you, like, the reason why Carl's not here today because he was fast asleep. He's just waking up and saying good morning to you. Can you believe this, right? Brina's 80s baby. Now, the clue is in the name, okay? Brina's 80s baby says, what's Little Man?
Oh, Brina, go and make your cakes, babe.
Please.
Not know.
Oh,
Brina,
I don't know what to say. Zaza says my favourite garage song. Peely says tune. Peely says maybe if I hear it. Oh my God. Carl says Little Man is a classic garage tune. Brina says I don't do garage. Oh my God. Carl says correct, Sticky. I've just woken up. See, he's late. He should have been here at 10 o'clock UK time. It was at 7 o'clock Australian time. But again, we forgive him because it is 7 o'clock in the morning on whatever morning it is. I don't know if it's Wednesday or Thursday, but it's early. Thursday morning. There we go. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Peely says YouTube, Brina. Brina says I'm going to YouTube it now. From the minute you have to go on YouTube, Little Man, right? It's done.
That's bad. It's done. It's done. It's over with.
It's exactly the only thing we can give Brina credit for, really, now at this stage, is for the cakes that she does. So if you haven't already, make sure you check out Brina's Addictive Cakes on IG. She does make some really nice cakes. She's got
I'm just
two types of
sat here,
cakes,
like,
by the way.
I'm gonna have to YouTube it when I get home.
Yeah. Okay, honestly. Okay, do you listen to UK garage? Did you listen to garage music?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I listen to like everything. Like kind of alternative is like more my kind of thing. I quite like a lot of like old hip hop as well. But yeah, like.
You don't know, the song came out like 20 years ago.
Like, oh, I know this song, but like, yeah, I can't think.
I'm feeling my head's getting hot right now. All right, you know what? We have to move on. Exactly. We've got to move on. No, because my head's getting hot.
I'm sorry for offending you all.
Offending me, stressing me out. I'm losing my hair as it is. So
Sticky's forehead just got an inch bigger after.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you for saying that.
Receiving.
You know the next now, I want Empress to I just want Empress to talk about it.
Start. All right, so we're gonna start with the next one then. So before I do that, Brina says, "Oh, this tune," but you know she doesn't know what the effing hell it is, right? But anyway, forget that. Yeah. The next topic, the third and final topic we're going to talk about, is a young man. I say young man, he's not young man. He's been in the music industry for a very, very long time. And his name is Robert Kelly, but more commonly known as R. Kelly. So we've been talking about this for a good few weeks now, that we should talk about R. Kelly. Should he be cancelled? Should he listen to his music? And kind of where do you stand on things? So guys in the comments, which you let me know what you think. I'm going to start with DJ Empress, as Chidi said. Empress, we're going to go Empress, then Cade and Chids, right? What is your views and where do you stand on R. Kelly? By the way, no judgment here, okay? No judgment.
Yeah, I'm not. What do you mean, no judgment?
I'm just saying, no judgment. No judgment. Yeah, I'm past no judgment. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. Who don't like it? Oh, well. That Barled Dotteras, yeah? That Barled Dotteras. You see that orange jumpsuit he have on it suits you. Rest in peace. Rest in prison, Barled. Rest in prison. Yeah? You see, when I DJ and people tell me to go and step in the name of love, step in the name of love, step out my booth. You understand? Don't go there. Oh, play Happy Birthday. Play Happy Birthday. I'll give you Stevie Wonder. Yeah, you're not going on my gram. You're not. No, No, no.
Facts.
Okay,
Facts.
so that's Empress saying that she's not for R. Kelly. Kay, I'm coming to you.
No.
Obviously I've like watched the documentaries, like I've muted him on my Spotify. I don't want to like, yeah, I just don't want a part of it. Like, it's fucking disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Like how being a celebrity just seems to get you like a free pass to do whatever the fuck you want. Like it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Like
It's horrible.
yeah. So no,
Yeah.
not a fan anymore. Yeah, just no. It's just beyond wrong.
All right, so Empress is saying no. Kay is saying no. She's removed him from her Spotify. Empress is getting very emotional about it. Don't ask her to play no Step in the Name of Love. Also, no Remix Ignition or
No.
Feeling on Your Booty or anything like that.
Do you know what
Definitely
it is? Right, go ahead, Sticks. You know what it is, though? Yeah, I can. Let me just say something seriously. Yeah, at the end of the day, number one, I think about the victims that's gone through this over and over for a long period of time, and then I also listen to his music now and listen to the words. It's like, no.
Innit?
All right, so Chids, what's your views on this one?
I mean, I used to think that I could not go on, yeah, and life was nothing but. Nah, sorry. All jokes aside, no. I had to make light of it, like just to make people laugh. But at the same time, do you know this guy? Yeah, he is
Predator.
he's a predator. He's a monster. He doesn't deserve to even breathe because he could never hold himself accountable. Yeah, he's never going to hold himself accountable for the things he did. You know, when he did that whole, what was it? I admit. Like, what the fuck did he admit? Did you listen to it? I listened to the whole, like, 12 minutes or whatever the fuck it was. He didn't admit shit, yeah. This guy, he did a track called I Admit. He didn't admit anything. I watched the documentaries, obviously, and my guy's muted on everything. Like, I would never listen to him again. He got some banging tunes, though, I'm not even going to lie, but I could never listen to him again out of the sheer fact that he's abused, like, a lot of young girls and children. But I just think it's just like, why did you do that? Why did you do it? You are an amazing artist. You're so talented. You're magical, yeah? And then you use that. You abuse the fact that you're a magical artist and that people follow you and that people are going to kind of bow down to you. And it was almost like it's almost like he has this alter ego where this ego needs to be fed, and it was power. Like, nah, mate, go and deal with the fucking trauma you suffered from when you were a kid, yeah, first and foremost. Sort that shit out so that you don't then project that shit out onto other people's innocent little children, yeah, from the age of 11, 12 and all that, because that's what you did. Like, it's just, and then we could all listen to your music then, innit? Do you get me? We could all, like, all of that shit didn't have to happen. You could have just been a straightforward artist, blew up and everything could have been amazing, but you had to go and fuck it up by interfering with people's kids. Why did you do that? I can't, like, I just can't, I don't know. Yeah, I can't process this. You know, he's a dirty rat.
It doesn't make sense to be like a millionaire. You could literally have had anything. He probably could have gone out with any woman that he would have like wanted to, and then you go and do something like that. It's just it's obviously there's like fucking, he's got a hell of a lot of issues, but like it doesn't excuse like being like that and then thinking that you can have like no remorse for it either.
Yeah,
it's like he's just completely unbothered by it, and like, and trying to say that he's like innocent as well, and it's like it just can't, there can't be that many people that have come up and said this about you and it not be true. Like, it's just not.
He's done the most, yeah, but then it's like, I was talking to someone the other day about it, and they said, yeah, but what about like, you know, Prince Andrew? What about all these other people? But then he is a black male, yeah, black American male, big artist, blew up. You get me? They were gonna make a big thing of it, which they rightly should have. I don't believe it's got anything to do. I think they pressed it a little bit more, and they were ready to push that shit because it was, you know, because he's a black male artist or whatever. But there are like, you know, white pedophiles in the government, and they're getting away with it. I don't know why, but you know, that's another topic. But then there's like these people, yeah, like, you know, yeah, like people like that. My man by there, yeah. But you know, like.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, sorry. Prince R. Kelly, he's just totally, yeah. He's disrespected, like, you know, women, like females as a whole, and people's kids. But then it's the people's kids. How are you letting your kids go with a big, dirty, old, stinking, old, rinsed out old man, yeah? You're sending your kids to, you go and sing for R. Kelly, he'll make you famous. Go and do, I believe that, go and do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
The mentality's fucked up there, because this is what people will do for money. They will sell their kids. It's been happening for years and years and years. They obviously they didn't go and traffic their kids, but in a way they went and trafficked their kids, sold their kids to this predator who have my child, do whatever you want to my child, as long as they'll get famous. No, all he did, he just give loads of people herpes, innit? But
Let me read some of his messages. I'm going to ask you guys a question. Right, hold that thought, okay? Because Chidi touched a point. I'm going to ask you guys a question in a second. Right, Sabrina says I could do a whole show on him with a vomiting emoji. Carl says I'm judging, talking about when I said no judgment. PD says cancel the MF. Zaza says he should be cancelled and he should be treated. He's ill, okay. And so are the mothers of the children who were sent to him. Okay, going back to what Chidi said as well. Brina says, I refuse to ignore his crime just because he's musically gifted. I generally miss so many of his songs, but he's cancelled. Carl says, it was public from the moment of Aaliyah's RIP. He was allowed to get away with it for the longest time. That's a good point. Carl says, Chidi, fuck off with the lyrics. Ha ha. Brina says, it freaked me out when I got older and realized my favorite album was. So it freaked me out when I got older and realized that my favorite album that wasn't for my age was targeting my younger self, not grown women. Okay, I get what you're trying to say there. Brino says, exactly, Carl. Also says, as a teen, my mum explained to me that he was outed numerous times before Aaliyah as well. Carl says, I don't care what special needs you got or what you can't physically write. You're feral, Robert. Okay. I know. Brina says, cancel all predators. Also says, in it calm. PD says, Prince Andrew is a dirty scunt too. Brina says, not my daughters, sent to the lions. Zaza says, exactly, Chids. Right, so I've got a question for you, Laura. We've only got about 5 minutes left. I'm looking at the time. So you know how like people, and I thought about this the other day, right? So people often say they want to cancel R. Kelly for the things that he's done, all right? Now, me personally, I think he's still a musical genius, a very, very talented artist. And I could probably personally separate the music from the individual.
Is this why you said no judgment, is it?
Exactly. It's good spot, Kate. But here's my question, though, right? So we talk about R. Kelly and the things that he's done, but we say we'll cancel his music. And I thought about this the other day. I will go out and hear people dance, sing, whine, what have you, to Vybz Kartel.
He's a dirty Ralph too.
Now, Vybz Kartel is in prison for murder. Okay? Now, we don't know if he's guilty or not guilty. He could have been set up, he could have been framed. That's what that's what their story is. But as it stands, he's in prison for murder. Yeah. So we're saying we'll cancel R. Kelly and what have you. Why is it that we will still happily play and listen to Vybz Kartel? Like as soon as Fever comes on, XOXO, my love is very special. If you want it, you can have it. All of that stuff. I say all of them. Yeah. I wouldn't know why you still listen to Vybz Kartel. Now, again, I listen to Kartel. I'll do it. but then I would actually listen to TP2.com. Do you know what I mean? So why is that? I'm pointing it out to you guys.
I mean, I think, it's a hard one because taking a life and abusing one is one of the fucking same, really, innit? But then I suppose, with vibes, that's the life, innit, I suppose. And it just is what it is. It's probably either, gunshot for you or I'm going to get gunshot, innit? There's a difference between, R. Kelly made the conscious decision to go and put his penis in a fucking 11-year-old. Like,
that's it. That's the thing.
Like, That's the reality of it. I'm sorry to be so vulgar, but we need to be vulgar about it because it's a reality. That's what he did. Yeah. He put his penis in a fucking 11-year-old. He pissed on a 14-year-old. Do you know what I mean?
That's
it's just a whole different area of wrong, isn't it? Like it's wrong to kill someone.
Yeah.
But sadly it happens. People kill each other. Who is he supposed to have killed?
Free Vibes Cartel. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know who he killed. I don't know, actually, if I'm honest.
Yeah, the fucking clue's in the name for one in their cartel. It's not. He's not vibing currently, I promise you. He's not having the best time. But I think it's the difference, knowing what those kids have got to have had to grow up and deal with after being sexually and mentally abused by a predator adult. Can you just, I can't even begin to fathom what their life must be to have to make peace with that. Murder is one thing, but it's just a whole nother level of fucking depraved.
We say what their lives are like. There's someone who hasn't got a life anymore.
Yeah. I'd rather be dead. I'd rather be dead than being sexually abused.
I was just going to say that.
As a child. Yes. I'd actually just rather not exist.
Yeah.
Than have to deal with all the shit that comes. Trauma in any sense is hard enough. Even if you go through a breakup that's fairly normal, you're going to feel pretty cut up about it. But the idea of being an innocent child and somebody messing with you just because they have the power to be able to is warped. It's a no from me.
Yeah, it's a no.
Do you know what? That's a very, very good. That's a very valid point. I think that's one we probably have to pick up. Maybe next week. Maybe next week.
We're gonna have to carry this one over to next week because this is a big one, man. We need.
I thought we were gonna do.
It's a very big one. And can I just say one thing? I totally get about the Vibes Cartel and the R. Kelly situation, but Vibes Cartel will just, as it's a different thing. But when you listen back to R. Kelly's songs, it's is that what influenced him to write certain songs, those words, it's he has to get, it's a bit sick. And to know that these people still have to go through this, they will always go through trauma, and it's they're trying to prove themselves now that this has happened to me, and it's through the media and everything. It's not right. It's not right.
It's really
not
right.
Doing one of those people just being in a nightclub or being at someone's wedding party, and then that happens to get played, and and just to have to walk around knowing that I agree with Sticky. He's written some amazing music, but I would not care if they literally wiped it from the face of the earth and I could never listen to it again.
I think we need to we're going to carry this topic over to next week because we literally got about 50 seconds left on the live. So we'll carry this topic over to next week and just continue it because there's a lot more to say, a little bit serious, and then we'll have a fun topic just to balance it out because R. Kelly got my head to go. Yeah, it's all mad, man.
Yeah, that's a good point. So on that, I know I've read some of the messages, so apologies to the last messages I didn't get to read out, but our time is actually up. So guys, look, first of all, thank you for getting involved. Thank you to Kane Empress for joining in as well. Thank you for jumping on with us. Thank you to those that got involved in the comments and the messages. Don't forget you can watch us live again on YouTube. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget, we'll also be back next week from 10 o'clock, where I will be personally abusing Kay, Empress, Peely, Brina, Chidi, Carl, everyone. Okay, so let's point it out there, right? So
I'm
again,
going to send you another portrait. I'm going to send you another portrait.
Yeah, I'm going to post it. Don't you worry. So, guys, again, before it cuts out, thank you again, and we see you all next week. Okay.
Thank you, guys. Love always.
Care, guys.